Alright everybody, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be doing a blue-black Zombo combo deck tech. This is the Arcane Adaptation Liliana Infinite combo. So we're going to walk through the deck, walk through the combo, and if you like this deck tech, please leave a like, a subscribe, and we'll be playing a couple more videos with this throughout the next couple of weeks. So the Arcane Adaptation combo revolves around the namesake enchantment Arcane Adaptation. 3-mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. And creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So what does this mean? In layman terms for the adaptation, it turns every one of our creatures into a zombie, whether they are in our hand, our graveyard, or on the battlefield. So that is step one of the combo, the most important part of this deck. It does not function without Arcane Adaptation. So step one, you want to play an Arcane Adaptation. And step two, you play Liliana Untouched by Death. 4 mana, 2 black, legendary Planeswalker from M19. The only thing that we care about on this Liliana is the -3, which says you may cast zombie cards from your graveyard this turn, which, keep in mind with Arcane Adaptation, has turned every one of our creatures into a zombie. And this Planeswalker ability is super sweet because unlike others that typically say you can cast one card from your graveyard, it lets you cast any number of zombies that you have inside of your graveyard. So you play Arcane Adaptation, you play Liliana, and that's the question is, well, what are we going to be casting from our graveyard? Well, there are two other cards that we care about. The first is a sweet little card from Aether Revolt, the Metallic Mimic. When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Metallic Mimic is the chosen type in addition to its other types, and each creature you control with the chosen type enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Metallic Mimic serves as a lord for pretty much any tribe, but with Arcane Adaptation, once again, all of our creatures are zombies. So every creature that we play outside of Metallic Mimic is going to be a zombie and get that additional +1/+1 counter. And the final combo piece of the deck, which is really where you go infinite, is this lovely little card, Walking Ballista. It is an XX that enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, and then you can remove a +1/+1 counter from Walking Ballista to deal 1 damage to any target. Now, this is cool because of the interaction with Metallic Mimic and the Arcane Adaptation is normally whenever you cast a Walking Ballista for 0, it enters as a 0/0 and immediately dies. But because Metallic Mimic lets creatures enter with an additional +1/+1 counter, when you play Walking Ballista for 0, as long as you have a Mimic on the board, it'll enter with 1 counter, which you then can remove and deal 1 damage to any target. And as long as you have Liliana's ability active, you can cast the Walking Ballista an infinite number of times and ping everything on the board, all your opponent's creatures, all your opponent's planeswalkers, and all of your opponent's life total an infinite number of times. So the way the deck typically plays out, it can be a turn 4 combo where you go step 2, turn 2, play Metallic Mimic, turn 3, play Arcane Adaptation, naming zombie, turn 4, neg 3, the Liliana, and as long as you have a Ballista in your graveyard or in your hand, you can begin to ping infinitely. Now, admittedly, because it's a 4-card combo, that is Magical Christmas Land. So to get it more consistently, you actually want to try to play the combo on turn 6, where you can play an Arcane Adaptation on turn 3, maybe play a Metallic Mimic on turn 4, give it a couple chances to try to remove it, and then with the Liliana, you play her on turn 6, have 2 mana to recast to cast a Mimic, and then recast the Ballista an infinite number of times. So, supporting cast for the deck, running 3 Ops, 4 Charter Cores, 2 of the Dusk Legion Zealot to help filter through our deck. The upgraded version of this deck, you're going to replace these 2 Dusk Legion Zealots for 2 more Champion of Wits. Unfortunately, we don't have enough wild cards to make that happen. And then the last creature is a Seeker Squire. The Explore mechanic is really cool because it lets us A, churn through our deck, and B, put combo pieces inside of our graveyard. When we explore and see a Metallic Mimic on top or a Walking Ballista on top, we can just put it in the graveyard, and a 2/3 blocker is serviceable in a meta full of On-Crop Crashers, Bomat Couriers, Earthshaker Cameras, basically anything that that Red's trying to do for you, as Red is probably our worst matchup. And then, of course, we have a Scarab God for two reasons in this deck. One, because the Scarab God is just legit and cares about zombies. And the second hidden deck tech is that Scarab God demands an answer and usually requires multiple removal spells, which then clears the way for the combo piece. So that is the Liliana Arcane Adaptation Zombo combo. We'll be playing it a couple times this week just to see if we can have Christmas come a little bit early. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the deck tech, and get a like and a subscribe, and we'll go ahead and play this deck and you can see it go live. Thanks and have a good day. Bye.